Hi everyone, I'm Tristan, and today we're going to learn 5 key vocabulary for Toeic, and we're going to do 5 practice questions for Toeic. So there's a lot of information today, so let's get started and improve your score. Here's the first vocabulary: hamper. Hamper is a verb. It means to make it difficult for something to happen. What is an example? Well, the loud noise outside hampered her ability to concentrate. So it hurt her ability, it made it difficult. Or because of government bureaucracy, it was hard to grow my business. So government bureaucracy hampers the growth of my business. These are just 2 examples. Now, if you want it to be passive voice, if I said, for example, the loud noise hampered my ability to concentrate, you could say, my ability to concentrate was hampered by the loud noise. So, hamper, keyword. Next term is roughly. Roughly means around, approximately, when you put it before a number. An example: there are 2,643,319 residents in Vancouver. So the population is about 2.6 million. The population is roughly 2.6 billion. Another example: the price increased 23.7%. So the price increased roughly 25%. Now, the adjective for roughly is rough, and it's often followed by estimate. So I think the price will be roughly $100, but that is just a rough estimate. So roughly is like approximately. The next word, prohibit, prohibited, prohibited. So prohibit is the verb, and it is the authority prohibits noun, or the authority prohibits someone from verb ing. An example: the government recently prohibited smoking in parks. So that's the action. Or the government recently prohibited people from smoking in parks. Another example: the law prohibits fishing at night. Or the law prohibits people from fishing at night. What is the noun for prohibit? Prohibition. The prohibition of alcohol led to more organized crime. That's in American history. I don't know about your country. That's what happened. All right, so let's get to these TOEIC questions. We're going to do 3 TOEIC questions. Let's simplify this. The idea is they wanted to find the hiker, but bad weather, their ability to find him or her. That is the message. So, did the bad weather help or hurt? Well, it hurt. It made it more difficult. Which word means to make more difficult? Hampered. And also, hamper one's ability as a common partner. So, the answer here is D. The extreme weather conditions hampered their ability to find the hiker. 123. Now, just a note, potential investors are people who might invest money in the company. So if I invest in a company, I'm an investor. If I might invest in the company, I'm a potential investor. We can use grammar to get the answer. First, we are telling people that we are not 100% sure about returns. Remove be because you speak to or you speak with a person. An example: it is wrong to say, I spoke potential investors, that it is a rough estimate. Correct. I spoke to potential investors about it being a rough estimate. So after speak, I don't speak a person, I speak to or with. Next, remove D. Someone mentioned something to someone. For example, wrong. He mentioned me that he was tired. No, he mentioned to me that he was tired. We don't have a to after the blank. Now we have inform and notice. Remove notice. Don't confuse notice with notify. They are different as verbs. Notice is to realize quickly. See, I noticed that the man had a bird in his hand. So I saw this. Notify is to tell people, inform. I notified the police that the man had a bird in his hand. Why does he have a bird in his hand? I don't know. So for this TOEIC question, the best answer is inform. We are giving information here. Someone informs another person that subject verb, or someone informs person about noun. He informed me that he would be late. He informed me about being late. So once again, the answer is inform. 111. This one we can do extremely quickly. Despite is a preposition. It will not be followed by subject plus verb. It needs a noun form after it, not subject verb. If we have despite, it could be noun, verb ing, or noun plus. If we use although, we have subject plus verb. So if I say despite people was or were, people is a subject, was or were is a verb. This is incorrect. So we can eliminate C and D. So now you have A or B. Well, the best answer is A, B. Here, although people were prohibited, if we use despite people being prohibited. This is a gerund phrase after a preposition. Let's look at two more vocabulary. The phrase object to. Someone objects to noun. That means they disagree with the decision. An example, the school director objected to the decision to end uniforms. Or the school director objected to ending the uniform policy. Both of these are correct. It's disagreed with. Now, the noun for object is objections. This means oppositions, concerns, disagreements. Let's look at the next term. I hope you don't object to looking at this word. Justify. This is a verb. This is to give a reason for an action that people might think was wrong, evil, immoral, but you're trying to give a reason for the bad action. An example, while working at the convenience store, he stole money from the cash register. He was caught on camera. He said he stole the money because the store's salary was too low. So he justified his actions. He justified stealing by saying that the store does not pay him enough. That's his reason for stealing. Now, you might say this is not justifying the actions, but he tried to justify the actions. The common form is someone justifies bad thing by saying subject verb. An example, I hit him because he was rude to my wife. So he justified hitting another person by saying the other person was rude to his wife. So justify is to give a reason for an action that is a negative action. The noun is justification. And the adjective is justifiable. So if it's justifiable, you're saying the actions were justifiable. They had a good reason to do this. Let's go to two more TOEIC questions. Okay, you can eliminate two answers right away, A and B. After while and when, you will not just have a noun. You need subject verb or reduced adverb clause. Wrong. While the movie, I fell asleep. Correct. While I was watching the movie, I fell asleep. Correct. While watching the movie, I fell asleep. You can see we do not just say while the movie or when the movie. So now we have C and D. Because of context, we should pick D, and also because of grammar. If you use since to talk about time, the main clause will be present perfect 99% of the time. So I can say since subject verb or since noun, subject has, have verb. In example, this is correct. Since the trial began, the lawyer has objected to a variety of evidence being introduced. Notice has objected. That's present perfect. You can see in this TOEIC question, we do not see lawyer has objected. Therefore, the best answer is during. During event, during the trial, during the movie, during the game, during now. 121. For this section, we can simplify it and we can see that the subject is the treatment of protesters blank justifiable. The subject here is treatment. Treatment is not plural here. It does not say treatments. So we are not describing protesters. We are describing the treatment. Therefore, because treatment is singular, we need was, is. We will not use were or have been. It was been. It has been. Treatment is one. It is like it. Therefore, the best answer is D. The treatment of the protesters was justifiable. So, a quick review, we looked at the words hamper, which is to make it difficult to happen, object to, disagree with, often publicly, roughly as an adjective, like it is roughly $20, it is about, prohibit, which is forbid, ban, restrict, and justify, which is to give a reason for a negative action. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to watch it twice if it was fast, even 3 times. Make sure also to like, subscribe, and share.